going to share my screen.
Thank you.
Okay, there we go. Welcome, everyone, to the August New Orleans Game Developers Meetup. My name is Curtis Cummings.
And I'm Austin Heck.
We're your friendly neighborhood meetup organizers, and we're here to bring you on a wonderful story for the next hour or so. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we get some notes going on here. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Let's get that brought up.
Yeah.
So here we go. We got some notes. Everyone can see it. It's the August Game Developers Meetup. You know that because you're here with us today, and it is the month of August. If today is your first time joining us, here I wanted to tell you hello and welcome. But I also wanted to tell you hello and welcome in human language. So welcome to the meetup. We meet the third Thursday of every month. Today is the month of August.
There's all that information.
Oh shit, sorry.
Right there.
Welcome, new people. Yeah, so we meet third Thursday of every month. We're going sort of month by month basis to figure out when it'll be safe for us to meet in person. We're going to continue the live streams even once we're back in person again. But as it stands, we don't think it's safe for everyone to meet in a small place and drink together yet. So we drink together on the internet and talk about the things we're going to talk about through the internet because we're smart people and that's what we do.
Yes. So the QR code that y'all see on the screen, if you use any camera app to take a look at it, or Google Lens or whatever, it will take you to an invite for the Discord where you can join. We chat regularly about game-related stuff, and every Tuesday is a hack night at 7 p.m., so we all kind of get online. There's about 10 of us that show up every week, and we work on stuff and talk about games and movies and whatever we're entertaining ourselves with nowadays.
Yeah.
So
it's
a good time.
Yeah, it's a great time, and you should definitely join us if you're working on anything or you just like to shoot the shit about whatever it is you want to talk about. You know, we're here to be a community and support each other and be friends. So go ahead and join us with that. We have a community announcement time here.
Yeah, so normally this is a time where we are open to inviting additional people onto the call. We have like a live Zoom call going right now. So like if you have projects that you're working on or new updates, job opportunities, things of that nature, please feel free to reach out to us. We are more than happy to give you some time to kind of notify the community of cool things that are going on in this space. I did post something on the Discord earlier where it looks like the New Orleans libraries are looking for people in STEM fields to reach out because they have students and local opportunities for mentorship. So that I'll post a follow-up about that later. And I think, Curtis, did you have something?
Yeah, so there's potential. If you don't know me, my name's Curtis. I'm one of the organizers. I also run Parallax Visions, a local game development studio. I hope I said that fast enough that no one could listen to it. But anyway, there's potential that I could be hiring people to do some work. So if you're a level designer, or you're a project manager, or you're just an overall like really cool and interesting person that you think I would be good friends with, I want to hear from you. I posted about it in our New Orleans Game Developers Discord, as well as the Louisiana Game Developers. If you're interested at all, you can get in contact with me by my email, curtis@parallaxvisions.com. If you don't know how to spell that, that's too bad. I'm not going to spell it right now. But if you join our Discord with the QR code from earlier in the stream, you'll be able to see it in person, be able to read it. So that's my little trick to get you to join the Discord server.
Yes.
That's what we call a PSYOP in the business.
A what?
A PSYOP?
A PSYOP? I've actually never heard of that. Although I have been watching a lot of Gundam, so every time I hear Psy, I just think like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sai-Sashi. I hate Sai-Sashi, but I'm not going to get into that. So that was community announcements. So this month, the month of August, we are joined by three wonderful people based out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, or as we like to call it down south, the Red Stick. they're here to talk to us about their company, King Crow Studios, and their game Hive Slayer. Without further ado, I want to give it to Cody Olivier, the fearless leader of King Crow, and you can introduce your faithful comrades and take it away, my friend.
Thank you, Curtis. So, everyone, my name is Cody Louvier. As Curtis said, we founded King Crow back in 2015. Started off making games. We've been around for a while. I've probably met a lot of you. And after a bit of positioning to try to figure out how the company can sustain itself, we can offer entry-level positions and also continue to grow and expand talents and skill sets. We continue to make games to this day, but a large portion of what the company does now is virtual reality safety and procedure training. So I'm joined today by Daniel Norman and Sarah Kent. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Sarah, would you like to go first?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, he said your name first, but sure. So my name is Sarah Kent. I'm a recent LSU grad. So I went to LSU for undergrad and grad school. Visual Media Arts and Engineering. If you're interested in game development, I'll just plug them real quick. It is a pretty good program. Possibly check it out. But I am the producer at King Crow Studios. Do a lot of project management. It's very interesting. If anyone ever wants to talk about project management, I'm down. Of course, I will talk your ear off about spreadsheets. But overall, good time working with the team. This is our first VR game that we're releasing to the public, and I'm really excited to show everyone what we worked on and to get a lot of feedback.
So Sarah is a certified project manager. Sarah, will you want to tell them about how certified you are?
Oh, right. So I'm a Scrum Master, Master of Scrum. Yeah. I did a professional Scrum Master certification. If anyone's also interested in production, I got into it because I can't program and I can't do art. But I really love optimization, and optimizing a team is basically what project management's all about. And you get cool titles. You can go and become a Master of Scrum. You can also get a PMP. They're totally worth it. The classes are good, and overall a good time. Go ahead, Daniel.
All right. I'm Daniel Norman. I'm lead engineer, head of VR development. I mostly work in the training simulator section. Before King Crow, I ran my own little studio, released about 4 games, and then decided that I'd rather work for Cody doing simulators and VR stuff because it's a little bit easier not having to do everything. So you get great people like Cody and Sarah doing things for you that you have to do when you run your own company, and I didn't like doing it. So having a great time now doing VR simulators and some cool VR games.
So we were all located out of the Louisiana Technology Park in Baton Rouge. Since COVID, we have all switched to an entirely work from home model. With that, in our government contracts, we have to adhere to some fairly strict information and cybersecurity standards. It actually worked really well. Sarah took the lead on making sure we're all organized with that. But we noticed, over the course of time that we're just as productive, if not more, whenever we're able to work from home and have the quality of life that we can kind of make our own schedule as long as we're hitting our milestones, putting in our hours. Daniel and Sarah are both the key, management when it comes to how we operate. Daniel not only gets in the trenches and does the programming, but he also manages the programmers whenever we bring in new interns. And so something I kind of want to touch on that you guys mentioned earlier. So we do an internship program where we cycle every quarter. We do different interns. We'll bring in programmers, artists, and we provide entry-level experience. The internship is a month. And then after that month, we determine if we have job opportunities for you. But we cycle this whether or not we have a job opportunity, just so we can kind of give back to the community and give students and budding game developers another opportunity, a way to kind of get some experience, learn what production is, work with a team, and see if this is what they actually want to do. We've actually been able to hire several people through this process, and we continue to look for new quality candidates. So if you are interested in game development professionally, or you want to get an internship because you're going to school, maybe it's a requirement, you can reach out to us, Cody at kingcrowstudios.com, or Sarah at kingcrowstudios.com, or Daniel at kingcrowstudios.com, all of the kingcrowstudios.coms, and we'll reply back to you as best we possibly can, and hopefully there's some kind of opportunity there. So to kind of go a little bit further, we were doing some games. We had a Kickstarter for Quest of Souls. We then took the funding and made that and a game called Necroball. And then I went in kind of in the company and took it into a consultation route to maintain revenue. And over the course of time, I had a lot of experience working with a bunch of other companies, helping them with their own Kickstarters, their own business development. And then eventually I was engaged with the Tech Park to officially help the startup companies there. It's how I met Daniel and got Sarah more involved. So we eventually hired a lot of the people that were there to work for King Crow. Originally it was contractors, and we got big contracts, and now they're employees. And from there, we're developing, we get money from our Exxon and Department of Defense contracts, but then we use that to make games. So we're in the process of redesigning user experience, user interface, Necroball, which is our first Steam title that was in early access for quite a long time. We have an entire team dedicated to that. There's another LSU DMAE student, Dominic Dunn, who is leading the charge on that. He's a brilliant level designer and game designer, and we're lucky to have him with us. He's going to help us do some other cool games in the future as well. So Dominic's helping the redesign. He's got like the heart of Nintendo, and everything he does is just awesome. And with that, everyone else on the team they're all doing amazing jobs when it comes to programming and art. So with Necroball, that's in the process. And then the other members of the team, we have Cameron, Ethan, Zach, David, and Rory. They were working on Hive Slayer and Galactic Chef. We've demoed Galactic Chef a couple of times. It was actually the prototype that we made back in the day with Mike Harris, and that was a way for us to kind of get into VR. What we didn't realize at that point in time was that technology was the step system, the instructions, the UI indication was the precursor of our industry training. So we adapted that, brought it into what we're doing with ExxonMobil, and then have continued to expand upon that with what we're doing with the United States Air Force and the Department of Defense. So we started off making a cooking game, and now we're defense contractors. It's been an interesting and fantastic experience so far. And I mean, like, we're very lucky. I think just getting the right people in the right place has given us a lot of advantage, and we've kind of cultivated a certain culture in King Crow Studios to make sure that we can all work together really well. So we're still making games though, but we get to do that on our own time. We get to do that on our own schedule. So we're no longer beholden to investors or publishers or anything of that nature. We get to do what we want to do. And while some of us, like I'm the one that created Necroball and Galactic Chef, I still rely heavily upon the influence of the artists and programmers and designers to help us make an awesome game. So Galactic Chef, Hive Slayer, Necroball, and there's other things that we're still doing as well. Quest of Souls is still on the agenda. We just want to get more experience and kind of set up the whole format to where we can do that the way that we want to do it. As a big nerd from back in the 90s, the Super Nintendo era of games is pretty important, and to me at least. And that's kind of like the passion project that I had that I really want to see done. So, but it's a matter of like getting everyone up to speed on it, and that way we can do it right. So we're making games. We're doing virtual reality safety and procedure training. We're looking for any new opportunities when it comes to that. Also, new people. So reach out to us if you have any questions about that. You want to learn more about what we're doing. And with that, I'm going to share my screen and show you guys the trailer. Well, Curtis, may I have screen sharing capabilities, please, sir?
You may not. But there you go. You go ahead and you can do it. Now.
All right, so I'm going to bring this up. There you go.
Nice Space Dandy wallpaper, by the way.
Thank you. Space Dandy and Shin-Chan all day.
He gets that a lot.
I'm sure he does. So I think Zoom may be interfering with the frame rate of this video here.
Yes.
That checks out.
Yeah, that seems to be right. For those of you at home, I assure you this is not what the video looks like normally.
Well, is there a link to this video that we can share afterwards?
If you just Google Hive Slayer Steam, we actually have the Steam page live now, right, Sarah?
Sick.
So yeah, what I just did is, I think if I go back a step, I straight up just Googled.
Sorry. Yes, it should be the Steam coming soon page should be up. Yeah. So you can add it to your wish list, and as soon as it gets released, you'll get an alert, and it's going to be free. So as long as you have a headset, whoa.
That was amazing.
Why was it not in English?
Just but
that was the first one that popped up for me too. I found it curious.
Wait, what language was it in?
Might have been Chinese.
Hell yeah.
That's interesting.
I was actually just slacking that to you guys.
Oh, really? So,
I wonder if this has to do with. I'll check that out later. That's.
Do y'all have a Chinese localization, or is that
no?
Not at all. But all of these are all just different languages.
Oh, hell yeah! I can see that now.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that means the Chinese version's getting the most hits.
I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, no. The page is up though. You can add it to your wish list. It should be running. So we made it for Oculus, and Vive, but you know how Steam works. If you have a different headset, you can do the bindings through Steam and try to play it out. But good game overall, and we hope that you like it. It's a shooter. Cody, have you showed the No wait, yeah, we did just show the video. My bad. But yeah, and it has different game modes. We wanted to keep it to like the arcade style, so the old cabinets, there'd be unlockable things. Also the 3-letter leaderboard, just kind of like keeping to that retro style, but bringing it to like the modern, VR headsets. Shooting some bugs.
Nice.
From a programmer standpoint, it was just a fun break, to go from Exxon or Air Force or any of those things, and then be able to hop into this and tweak it and fix bugs and just play around with it. So it was a nice change of pace.
So how long have y'all been working on Hive Swarm?
So we actually, an interesting story is Hive Slayer was originally a project that we had a client engage us for, and we followed their lead. We made a lot of things that they wanted us to make, and then ultimately they didn't have the ability to support the marketing and sales of the product. So I purchased it back from them, and then using this as the, hey, interns can work on it, everyone else can work on it in the spare time. So we've been working on this for a couple of years, but it hasn't been consistent. We made it for the client, then we stopped working on it for a long time, and then when we got back, we upgraded everything. We changed the render pipeline, I think. We changed the environment. We made new enemy types and modified them in a retro way. We made new game modes. This was kind of a way for us to go, what cool stuff can we do, experiment with, and learn from? And what we plan on doing is Hive Slayer will be released for free. We're not going to put out a lot of, like content packs or anything. That's not the goal. the goal is to have Hive Slayer as an active game that when we get more interns and more people that are experimenting with game development, they can contribute to the project. So as things start coming in, we might have someone make a new enemy type, and then we add that to the wave system, and they get to have a creature that they made in the game that people can play. So a couple of years on and off is how long it took us to get to that point. It was fairly similar to what you're looking at as far as mechanics are concerned, but graphically vastly different. The artist took it, and Cameron and Ethan and everybody and Zach, they killed it. And so what we're looking at doing is this is going to be kind of our test bed for virtual reality games on Steam and Oculus. And that way, whenever we get a full playable version of Galactic Chef, we'll have the community base in virtual reality already existing from our free-to-play game. But it's pretty cool, man. Like, it's awesome that we get to still do this, and then we also are working with the Air Force. It's a very interesting combination that seems to work extraordinarily well.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Does it support hand tracking?
Hand tracking, not currently. Just because Quest Dev is a little tricky right now with that. If it was something that like users really wanted, we'd probably look into it. But really, hand tracking is something we're going to look at for our premium priced VR titles, if that's something that we end up doing. There was also something I forgot to mention with Hive Slayer. A lot of our success is definitely from the community, being located in the tech park, showing up to events like these, being invited to events like these, etc., in the local Baton Rouge area. And so whenever we launch Hive Slayer, we will have an itch page up. It is a free game, but if you did want to give some money, you could, and we will donate that proceeds from it to oh my gosh, it's like I forgot the name of the charity, but it's my bad. It's like Capital Area United Way, and they have a COVID-19 fund set up specifically for the 11 parishes in the Baton Rouge area and surrounding the area, just so that we can possibly use this as an opportunity to give back even just a little bit.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yes. So, and I'm sure that once those pages go live, you'll give us some links so we can be sure to share that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, or just join the Discord. You're free to share whatever you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
It's even
Yeah.
easier.
I just wanted to mention, like, you had mentioned, like, how Hive Slayer, it's sort of something that y'all are going to produce and, maybe support to a certain extent. But I really, thought it was cool, the way you described it, how, you have this internship program, and then these interns can come in, they can work on a VR title that's, live in the marketplace and has, some amount of users, and get these people, actual training and experience within the industry on a shipped title. I think that's, very, very valuable for college students and people that are new to the industry going forward, to be able to say, yes, I implemented this one feature in this VR app that's on Steam that you can play now for free. I just think that's cool. And then you are also working on these other big dollar sign contracts with the American military, as we all know how much money they use every year. But I won't get into that. But yeah, I think that's great what y'all are doing, and I don't know, I just thought it was cool and wanted to congratulate y'all on being cool and doing nice things for people.
Yeah, no,
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a great system. So, and the Louisiana Tech Park, for those who aren't aware, Cody, if you could give a quick little elevator pitch on that.
Oh, definitely. So the Louisiana Technology Park is a business incubator at its core, with a focus on technology. So it could be technology adjacent. It could be, something that just involves a sort of technology, and that's a big statement. But what they provide there is not only an amazing working space. Of course, with the current situation, not everyone is back in office, but we have the opportunity to do that. So we're there. We share the building with Pixel Dash Studios, Split Hair Games, Phoenix Games. There's a bunch of other companies that utilize that space. They have they have meeting rooms that you can reserve to make sure you look professional in front of investors and potential, applicants and everybody. They also have just straight up office space in the Baton Rouge area in a high-end tech or data center. So they're right next to Venue. It's a really awesome environment because not only do we get to be around other game developers, we get to communicate with them and talk with them. We also get to be around software developers and people that are not directly associated with our industry, but have the same kind of interests. So there are hackathons at the tech park. There are, SQL nights where I think the .NET group also gathers there. The tech park is a pretty amazing place when it comes to congregating like-minded individuals in technology. So if you're interested in figuring out if that's a good fit for you and you're in the Baton Rouge area and you need some office space, or also you need some business consultation, part of what I do monthly is I talk with the other companies like Phoenix Games, Split Hair Games, and I help mentor them. So from a business development and entrepreneurship standpoint, we have, stand-ups where I talk about progress, what opportunities, and we've been able to connect them with some really powerful entities to help them move their games along. The game industry is cutthroat to a certain degree, and sometimes you need to find that additional income while you're pursuing your passion project. So we like to connect people and go, look, this person's really good at this. They can work for you in this capacity and do this, and that'll actually fund their passion to make video games. So to talk more about the tech park, if you guys have any interest whatsoever, you can email me and Cody@kingprostudios.com, or if you just go to the Louisiana Technology Park website, you should be able to contact them there as well.
Awesome. Thank you for that. I appreciate y'all joining, taking the time. Obviously, I'm super excited about this game. See it when it comes out, as well as the future updates. I think checking the Discord, there's no one's posted anything urgent in the Meetup channel.
We've got no outstanding questions. If anyone is watching and wants to ask a question or has a comment, I do see Jason Tate.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah, good guy. He says that he would really love to play this on his Oculus Quest. So I don't know if you've met this Jason character.
But
Right, Jason.
This is an inside joke for us game developers. Jason Tate actually runs the IGDA meetup in Baton Rouge.
In Baton Rouge, which is first Wednesday?
The first Wednesday of the month.
First Wednesday of every month. I'm not quite sure how what they're doing right now, but I'm sure once things are safe, it will resume again.
Once everything's cool and no one's just like dying in the streets, we can all meet in Baton Rouge. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to be negative. I just can't help
This is a
myself.
positive vibes only scenario.
Yeah, positive vibes only.
It's an interesting time.
In response to Jason, my kids would also like to play the bug game on Quest, so there's that.
So we actually, to talk about that, like we pitched this to Oculus Quest. They don't let you just make games on their platform. Like you can make games and do whatever you want, but Oculus Quest is like, hey, you got to pitch this to us, and then we got to let you know that we want you to make it for the platform before we talk to you some more. We submitted it. This was like right before COVID, so there was some communication loss, I think, during that time. We also want it on the Oculus Quest because it's optimized for even low to medium end virtual reality compatibility. So that's something we would love to do. If anyone has a connection with Oculus Quest and you'd like to be so kind as to help move that needle along in this path, we're happy to have the conversation.
Well, did the latest update block out side quest support? Is Is that no longer a thing? Because I remember a
I don't
third
believe
party
so.
that there's SideQuest, which is kind of like a VR only Steam site,
Mhm.
and it has like
Right.
hundreds of thousands of downloads.
We are looking into it. The big thing it comes down to is we just have to check Oculus's TOS to make sure that we can publish on their platform and have side quests. Because those big companies, they just get a little strange.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's
Yeah, I'd actually been hearing rumors that Oculus is going to be somewhat recognizing side quests in a
Okay.
way. So that'll be a huge boon to indie devs.
well,
not to make things political, but it's the anti-Apple strategy, I think.
not to. So,
Sorry, I'll contain myself from here on.
alright. So, well, we'll
Don't
wait
get
and
me
see.
started.
Regardless, we'll wait and see what they have to say. But yeah, we appreciate y'all coming in. I think we're gonna wrap it up here and then continue any conversation in the Discord chat. So
Yeah, thank y'all so much, Cody, Brandon, and Sarah. It was great to have y'all here. It was great to hear about what y'all are working on, what y'all are doing. It is great to be able to spread your gospel to the wider community of all the wonderful people that joined us for this broadcast here today.
yes, and if you have something you would like to present, please don't hesitate to reach out to us on the Discord or Austin at neworleansgamedev.com, Curtis at neworleansgamedev.com, and we are going to continue the rest of the conversation with the larger group on the Discord and share a beer or another beer after this one. All right.
So thank y'all for joining us. We'll catch you on the internet.